Chris, back to you, doggy.
The last thing that I have is so Disney's D23 Expo is going to be next month. And they announced that this year they're also going to have a digital showcase devoted to featuring new content from Disney and Marvel games that are coming up. And it's actually going to be hosted by Blessing Jr.
Yes, it is.
And I thought that was really cool. So congrats to him.
Yeah.
Big ups on that.
Yes, sir.
And then,
awesome.
to my knowledge, at least to my memory, I don't think D23's ever had something like this where it's focused specifically on the games coming from their various partners and things. Have they?
This didn't ring a bell for me personally.
Yeah. So there's going to be several different games. Like obviously there's that one that's coming out pretty soon. I think it's kind of like a card game and a turn-based strategy game with all the Marvel characters like Wolverine's in it. And I think it's called not Midnight Society. What's
Midnight Suns?
Midnight Suns. That's right.
Yeah.
So I think there's going to be a little bit more about that one that's coming out. But
it's called Marvel Snap.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
But the one that I'm super interested in finding out about, which it sounds like we're going to get, I don't know if you'd call it a deep dive, but we're definitely going to get more information about it, is the one from Skydance, I think it's Skydance Studios. And that's the one that's Amy Hennig's studio that's going to be doing a Marvel game.
Oh, cool.
And that she's kind of heading up, at least on the story side.
Nice.
And it's going to be narrative driven, but also some blockbuster action and things like that. So I'm super excited to see what comes out of that and what information we can get out of that. And I'm also like, outside of the fact that I'm a fan of Amy Hennig's prior work, I feel like I'm almost more than any other time, I'm really rooting for her because I feel like she's just gotten really raked over the coals. I mean, she leaves the Uncharted project and somewhat kind of questionable circumstance there. And then she's going to be doing this Star Wars game, and then that Star Wars game never sees the light of day. And then she's going to do another thing, and then that ends up going away. And now she's got this. I'm like, okay, let's let this one stick. Let's let this go through. Let's see what Amy's got to bring to the table because you know these aren't falling through because of her, or at least you got to think that she's not the reason that these are falling through. So I want to see her light come to the surface and see what it's going to be. I'm super excited about whatever that's going to end up being.
Yeah, it'll be, I obviously I'm a huge Disney fan. And then when I saw the other day that Blessing was hosting it, I was like, oh yeah,
that's
baby.
Awesome.
And so it's going to be so fun to watch him get some more shine. And yeah, I mean, I just love everything they're doing. I was a little, cause Midnight Suns, is it going to be a card game or is it going to be like more like XCOM? It's
XCOM-ish. But you choose your moves. I say card. It looks like a little card comes up, and I think you can change them out for different. Like you can choose your deck, if you will, of what you're going to do. So it seems like it's a bit of a combination of the two. They work in conjunction together in some way. Like I don't know that it'd be fair to call it a strategy card game, but I don't think it's like. I think you can pick and choose which ones you want to use. So you do somewhat build like a deck per character.
Yeah.
But the gameplay wise, when you look at it, of the little previews I've seen, it feels very, from what I know of XCOM, I've never actually played XCOM, but from what I've seen, where like you choose a character and then they're going to attack this boss and you get to choose how they're going to do it, and then they do it, and then you might have so much health left, or they do, and you have to choose the next time it comes up, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I love about things like this is that Disney doesn't have to be a studio. And so it'll be fun to see what all studios that they've, licensed their IPs to have pull things off.
Yeah.
Because I think, that's the funner part for me. It's not like, hey, Insomniac's doing this thing and we're going to just see just what Insomniac is doing. But we have an opportunity. And you would think that I don't know if they own, I guess. Well, no, Sony still has Spider-Man. So I was, it's not, we probably won't get an extra look at that, but hopefully we get to see just kind of a plethora of different devs working on a bunch of Disney properties.
Yeah, really.
I think that'd be really, really dope. Love it. I love it. Is that it?
Yes.